the hack basically to get things working, to work around on it. Any question I can answer while I'm setting up?
You were talking about singularity. Are you gonna describe what that is?
Basically, when you have, it depends. You have two types of singularity, right? You have basically like a certain position that you could not quite get to it very easily because you're taller on the joint. You know, like your hand, for example. You try to lift something, you couldn't quite get the force that you need when you extend it out. It's harder to do it. Another one is basically you have bad solution. Your kinematic solution just not behave very well around it. So you get some errors. I'm talking about numerically error, not the math error. You know, like if you do the math, it's fine. But the problem is when you try to implement it, there might be some problems with certain type of implementations. So that will give you this error. And you can look it up. I mean, there's like a lot of ways to solve this kind of thing. I mean, we can talk some more later on.
So you did your math, you actually have your formulas in there, or you have a different method to calculate your position
Excuse me, can I second?
for your,
Yeah, I use the equations,
you did,
but then I check if I apply the joint limits to it, what happened to the solutions. So for example, if I calculate, I say, okay, I'll get there for sure, but then I notice that this angle cannot be this way, so I have to extend it that way. So that's the quality of the solution I would get in real life. So I would basically calculate the forward kinematic again to see how much offset we have, and that gives me the performance index. So I can tell how well it perform for particular joint configurations. It's kind of like you compute for example, you have this location, right? Let's say, okay, and you have to get back here. Right? Now, let's say your joint limit is this much. Then the best you can do is here.
right.
So it's kind of like you try to fit to the, fit the speed to the controller, the servo controller. The servo controller cannot reach that speed. So all you get is some, almost there but not quite there speed. So you
Yeah.
have to kind of
Yeah, I was
calculate
just
that.
more curious if you actually, in this program, you typed in your formulas that you showed earlier, or you had a digital
I got both.
software representation of that
It's
math.
both. It's doing all those things that behind the scene. It's doing the simulations to figure out where it's supposed to be, it shouldn't be, and then try to figure out where the best joint for the first joint to compensate for that. So it's doing all those things that you're talking about. I'm having some technical problems, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. So for people that want to leave, they can leave, and then we can discuss after.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay.